As the NFL trade deadline approaches, I feel like there are multiple teams out there that want to make a move, that want to go get a player that really could make a lot of difference for their respective teams. And for the Las Vegas Raiders, I think that there are three. Trace, any other language enter you want to enter in here, that they need to trade for, because especially on the defensive side of the football, because whether it's defensive line on the inside or the outside or the cornerback position, I really feel like this team needs to make some moves, either at the deadline or before, because there is some serious need at some serious positions for the Raiders at this point. So I'm going to start it out with player number one that I think the Raiders absolutely need to go ahead and make a move for is, there we go, Carolina Panthers cornerback J.C. Horn. Now, you guys are probably going to laugh at me because two of these players are on the Panthers, and we're going to get into the other guy in just a second. But J.C. Horn, through the first 6 weeks of the NFL season, has been that dude. PFF. J.C. Horn has allowed zero yards in coverage half of his career games. And yes, this year he's just been getting it done and finding a lot of different ways to help out the Carolina Panthers defense. I mean, over the last couple of seasons, yes, did have that injury in his rookie year, had a pick for 13 yards. But this year in 2022, 17 total tackles, 4 passes defensed. Get that out of here. Also has an interception and a 77.0 PFF grade. And I think, the more you kind of take a look at his prowess on the defensive end of things, or the defensive side of things, you really start to realize that he is a difference maker in the secondary. He would look great in a Raiders uniform. And now you have to go to compensation. What would you have to, trade for him? Now, why do I say J.C. Horn as well? Because the Panthers, let's be real, they're kind of in a weird spot here. Probably not going to come out of this one now under their interim head coach. Interim. I think that it would make a lot of sense because you can still trade. You'll probably have to give up a first because, Horn was a first and he's already playing like one of the best defensive, pieces in the NFL right now. Is it worth it? I would say so. Absolutely. You get a guy, that at least for 2 more years and the rookie option for the teams, the 5th-year option for the Raiders, I think it would be worth it. A first-round pick for a stud corner that you already know has been shutting down one portion of the field, I say go for it. I think he's definitely a dynamite player, definitely something the Raiders need to consider because they need help now, especially at the cornerback position. I don't think that this would be a bad move at all. Player number 2 that the Panthers need to trade for, I just gave it away, but that the Raiders need to trade for is Panthers defensive tackle Derrick Brown. Now, did I say Panthers again? I meant Raiders. The point is, Derrick Brown is a stud. He is an absolute stud, has been playing like it the entire year, and I think especially when you kind of take a look at what he's done, he's played 69% of the snaps, is all according to Cat Crave on Twitter. Make sure you guys give him a follow. 24 total tackles, half a sack. Usually when you see half a sack or half a star, come on, that's one of the greatest movies of all time. Chris Rock and oh my gosh, I'm forgetting it. I can see his face. Adam Sandler, good Lord, The Longest Yard. Anyway, half a sack. You do expect him to be a little bit more active in that regard, but don't let that fool you. He's been an absolute stud. 6 passes defended. In other words, 6 tipped passes at the line. That's huge. Has a tackle for loss, 3 quarterback hits, an interception, 6 pressures, no tackles, no missed tackles, and an 89.6 PFF grade. Everything you want, like every statistical category, he checks off every single box. He is that dude on the inside, both in the run game right now. He's currently the league's 10th best interior run defender. Like, he's just an absolute stud. If you've been watching him at all, you've been able to see that he's been making a lot of different moves for the Panthers. He's been a huge reason as to why they've made a lot of huge strides in the middle of that defense, and I think he's going to be a big reason for their continued improvement. Now, compensation, again, first-round pick. I think Derrick Brown, like I said, he's definitely not going to come cheap, and especially, he's got a couple years left on his rookie contract. I think he would be worth it, and then you can sign him and keep him in-house for the Raiders and, keep him around there for a while. The third and final player that I think on the defensive end of things, or the defensive side of things, that the Raiders need to trade for, this might be a little bit of wishful thinking, defensive end Chase Young. That's right. Boom. This one might be the most unrealistic out of all of them, but I would love it. Why? Because Chase Young is an absolute stud. It hasn't panned out in Washington. Let's be real, and it's not his fault. He's an absolute stud. Had 7.5 sacks his rookie year there in Washington. Then came back, had a sack and a half before he had that injury. And according to multiple reports, he's having a meeting later this week, I believe, for that patella tendon. And if he's not good to go this year, that's fine. But make no mistake about it, Chase Young is an absolute stud. And the Commanders, why would they trade him? Well, they're kind of in a hole. Like, yes, but they're 2-4 now. They're climbing up out of the cellar of the NFC East. But at the same time, you've got 3 teams ahead of you in the Eagles, the Giants, and the Cowboys that have all just completely came out of nowhere, all off to strong starts. And I mean, Ron Rivera and company, their time might be coming to an end in Washington. It's absolutely possible. So that is why it's an absolute pivotal time for the Raiders to go up and go ahead and trade for Chase Young. Again, it's definitely going to be that a first-round pick at least, but he's absolutely worth it. He's a game changer. I think it would make a lot of sense in Patrick Graham's defense, and I think he would do a lot of different things for this Raiders defense moving forward. But that's it. Those are our 3 defensive players that we think the Las Vegas Raiders need to trade for. Make those moves, baby. Just chill out, Dave Ziegler, please. We would love to see it. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truly awesome. And we love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the 3 defensive players that the Las Vegas Raiders need to trade for.